I don't want people to get it misconstrued or whatever the case may be. He's a hell of a fighter. Hell of an IQ, great punching power, good speed, and a really good boxing ability. A lot of people underrate that.
Hold on to the base. Good job.
That lawnmower, that's that.
And Gervonta does have a very athletic, speed, quick reflex style. So you've got to sort of pressure intelligently. But while I have said in the past, and I still believe this, that Roach doesn't have that special thing, like where he's got really fast hands or really powerful.
LamontRoach seems to be in panic mode after GervontaDavis's intense new training footage came out before their rematch. Roach admitted that after seeing the footage, he knows he'll have to push himself harder this time and train with more intensity. He accepted that Gervonta looked impressive that night, is still an amazing...
How many rematches have you fought?
0.
What do you have to do to create enough separation where this don't happen again?
Whew, it's a good question. It's going to be based on my training camp. I have to push myself a little harder if that didn't get me the win. And I have room. I definitely have room. I'm not going to lie, I have room.
You believe you fought the best Gervonta, or do you think he got some more gears?
100% for a fact. I think he might have some more gears, but I fought the best Gervonta that night. I don't want people to get it misconstrued or whatever the case may be. He's a hell of a fighter. Hell of an IQ, great punching power, good speed, and a really good boxing ability. A lot of people underrate that. Don't think because of what I did, y'all think y'all can just go in there and think y'all can have the same night, you know what I'm saying, or do the same thing. He still will go upside your head and crack you, and you know what I'm saying, you might end up on the floor. Everybody not built the same, and that's what people getting messed up. He did a whole lot of things that was good in that fight, a whole lot. And I'm telling you right now, if he wasn't as good of a fighter as he was, that would have been, you know what I'm saying? I would have steamrolled him. Don't get that misconstrued. He's still the guy he is. It's just he ran into a guy that's on the same level.
GervontaDavis is training intensely for the rematch. Determined to silence critics and prove he is still at the top of his game, he is focused and disciplined. He is pushing himself harder than ever to fix past mistakes and give a strong performance.
Hold on to the base. Good job.
That lawnmower, that's that. Start that motherfucker lawn.
I made the decision to train in DC because, you know, I haven't been in the coldness in a minute. I haven't even trained in the coldness in a minute, so I feel as though this will help me. I'm from Baltimore. He's not from DC. That's what I learned. I thought he was from DC too.
GervontaDavis is taking no chances this time. His training camp is serious, with footage showing him moving smoothly in the ring during sparring. His footwork is sharp, his movements planned, and his reflex is quick. He is not just going through the motions, he is doing each step with purpose. With the rematch coming soon, Davis knows there is no room for mistakes. The last fight taught him that underestimating LamontRoach could cost him.
Oh, stop closing up. Gotta let it go. Keep turning, step around. Keep turning.
Beyond the skill, Davis is also bringing intensity. In another clip, he is hitting the sandbag with explosive power. Each punch is thrown with real purpose. It is clear this is not just routine, it is personal. The first fight ended with too many questions and too much noise from critics. Davis is preparing like a man. Renowned boxing analyst Teddy Atlas has spoken about Davis's unique skills. He admires Davis's ability to stay calm in the ring, never rushing or forcing punches. Instead, Davis patiently reads his opponent before making a planned strike. According to Atlas, what makes Davis special is his adaptability. He can fight inside, outside, and at mid-range, and has the power to knock out opponents at any time. This unpredictability makes him very hard to prepare for.
Try to get to us, but we're going to frustrate him. He doesn't get frustrated. He takes his time. He's deliberate. You know, a lot of times at the beginning, people thought he was just a seek and destroy missile. They thought he was just a guy that got to you. And they thought that he would get over anxious. He don't get over anxious. He takes his time. He slowly crosses closes those gaps, you know, inch by inch, step by step. And then he gets...
Even after the controversial draw in Davis's first fight with Roach, Rolly Romero stays confident in Tank's abilities. He strongly believes Davis is still an elite pound-for-pound fighter and calls the fight result just a bad night. Romero stressed that one weak performance does not erase everything Davis has done in his career. In his view, Davis's skill, experience, and knockout power still make him stand out in the division. He is sure that with the rematch coming, Davis will get back in form and...
I want to discredit Tank is he's still a pound-for-pound fighter.
Yeah. What do you think about that fight that happened? You thought it was just an off night, or...?
Everybody has an off night. Everybody has an off night. Shit, I had a off night with Cruz. Everyone has a off night. It's boxing.
You want to run that back with Cruz or what?
Maybe down the line.
One thing that clearly separates GervontaDavis from many of his opponents is his raw knockout power. Unlike fighters who rely only on high work rate or technical skill, Davis can end a fight with a single well-placed punch. Observers say he doesn't need to force action. His power becomes deadly once he gets into a rhythm. In contrast, while LamontRoach showed great technical skill and calmness in the first fight, he does not have the same explosive finishing power Davis has. Many believe that once Davis finds his flow in the rematch, the pressure and power he uses will...
Because GervontaDavis is a puncher. So the extra aggression, you have to manipulate it little by little. You know, you have to instigate the extra aggression little by little. You have to get your timing in there. You have to get
my pushback.
And also, this is a southpaw. A southpaw sometimes takes a round or two extra to sort of get their timing, get your distances, because every southpaw is a little bit different. Right now, granted, they know each other, they fought in the amateurs, but it's still a lot of years away. And Gervonta does have a very athletic, speed, quick reflex style. So you've got to sort of pressure intelligently. But while I have said in the past, and I still believe this, that Roach doesn't have that special thing like where he's got really fast hands or a really powerful punch, he still has what I also said in the past, a very good IQ. He's very well trained and very intelligent. His thought process in the ring has a great sense of positioning and a great sense of understanding of where he is in the ring and how to react off that. Could he be a little aggressive, more aggressive? Sure, but you got to keep in mind that you're fighting a puncher who's coming from the southpaw stance and coming from the southpaw athletic angle. Personally, me, especially knowing what has been said about Gervonta behind the scenes for years that nobody brings out, and it kind of brings to light why they keep matching him with 15 and 20 to 1 underdogs. There is a rumor that behind the scenes, the Gervonta, there's a lot of bitch in him. There's a lot of front runner in him. If you push him, he will break, he will fold. It starts to add up because Lamont is from the D.C. area. They kind of know this. They grew up around him. They fought in the amateurs.
His father, who's his coach, has coached Gervonta in fights.
So that thing sort of comes to light where it's been held back from the public with the limited opposition level that Gervonta's fought most of his.
Boxer Jiren Ennis shared his thoughts on the fight and said that while Davis didn't control the fight completely, his early rounds were effective. Many fans forget that Davis landed strong punches and set the pace early on. Ennis stressed that the first match caused more talk about Davis's image than his actual performance. The rematch gives him a chance to silence the critics and show the world why he is still a top-level fighter. For GervontaDavis, the rematch with LamontRoach is more than just settling the score. It is personal. The controversial draw in their first fight hurt his pride and raised doubts about his place among boxing's best. Davis knows his reputation was damaged, and he is determined to fix it. This fight is not just another event for him. It is a mission. He is training with...
You know I got to ask you about fights. GervontaDavis, draw with LamontRoach. People looking at it as controversial because of the whole knee. What'd you think of the fight?
It was a great fight. You know, I had it 7-5 Tank, or you can make it the draw. But I feel like Lamont, he did good. He did a great job actually. You know, I just don't think he did enough to pull it off. You know, and I feel like people was overlooking what Tank was doing in the first like 5-6 rounds. You know, he was like boxing and frustrating him a little bit. You know, but Lamont, like I said before, Lamont did a great job. You know.
Yeah, some people had it Tank, some people had it draw, some people had it Lamont. Do you think Tank gets a lot of criticism for not knocking Lamont out and Lamont not being a big name, so they overblow it?
I think so. Yeah, and I feel like people just don't like Tank to a point where any little thing, just because he ain't knock him out, he probably feel as though that he lost and he didn't, or it was a draw. You know. I feel like Tank was doing a lot of smart things in the beginning, moving a little bit too much, but I feel like he was still like frustrating him and things like that. And I think Tank did a good job. Like, he looked sharp to me. You know, I don't know. People just be talking. You know, at the end of the day, you can't please everybody.
Davis is not just trying to beat Roach. He wants to dominate, send a clear message, and get back the respect he feels was lost. For him, this rematch is...
We gotta talk about it. So, Tank officially came out and says that he wants to put this rematch as early as May. Now, if that were to happen, LamontRoach gets a second time to prove himself. Now, in my personal opinion, his stock has already risen. He is already notable. The fact that he went toe-to-toe with Tank on a decision that ended in a draw, whether he loses this second fight or not won't even matter. Because he's directly in line to go against the Keyshawn Davis, the Shakur Stevensons, and etc., the Devin Haney's, and etc. I can see him moving up and going against a Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia or somebody like that. So many people to fight. LamontRoach has definitely proven himself. But let's talk about something else. And that is the hairstylist situation. In my humble opinion, I believe she should have been quiet. As a hairstylist, there was nothing for you to say. No fan in boxing was going to look at that like, I don't want her braiding my hair. No one would have said that. But she hurt herself when she came out and publicly made multiple claims on all his receipts that no one needed, no one asked for, saying, oh, this had no grease or oil in it. No one cares. Nobody even believes it. Sometimes it's best to remain quiet. But you guys let me know in the comments. Should she have remained quiet, or should she have did what she did, which is spoke up? You let me know.
After the first fight, Teofimo Lopez said that Davis seemed somewhat abandoned by parts of the boxing community. The draw caused doubt about him, and some started to question if Davis had lost his edge. Lopez said that now Davis is fighting not only Roach, but also the idea that he is declining. The rematch is a test to see if Davis can
I want everybody, all these young fighters that are listening to this, and you could clip this. It's a short part right here.
I got you.
To Ryan could clip this right here. To all you young fighters, look at the amount of love they were giving and sharing to Gervonta TankDavis prior to the fight. Look at what all the reporters were doing prior to the fight. Look how they were all laughing at all his jokes prior to his fight against LamontRoach. After the fight, look how many were waiting to down this man. Down him. See, I'm going to talk my smack with Tank, but that's because I want to fight him. That's me. I can say that. But I just want all you young fighters to really look about it. They don't care about us.
Yeah.
They won't ever care about us. When you winning, they're going to be there. But they're waiting for any moment to slip up. Just a man, even a draw. Look how much hate he got out of it.
Yeah, not to get deep, but you know, it's a part of our psychology. We have to learn how to care about other people. You know what I mean?
The first fight against Roach was one of the toughest matches of Davis's career. Roach didn't just survive, he fought at an elite level and caused Davis problems he had not faced before. Many fans saw Davis struggling with Roach's timing and distance, The rematch will show if Davis can adjust or if Roach really.
And most notably, I'll just speak about a fight that, we just had with TankDavis versus LamontRoach. My message to Tank after that fight, it was given a draw. A lot of controversy around Tank taking a knee due to hair banding his face or his eyes, so forth and so on, and burning his eyes. And, in my opinion, it was a competitive fight. The judges judged it as a draw. A lot of people were saying it was rigged, all these different things, so forth and so on. Whatever it may be. The fight is over.
Davis's trainer said they entered the first fight fully aware of Roach's skills. Their plan was careful, but it did not get the result they wanted. Interestingly, the team may not change much for the rematch. Instead, they plan to improve the same strategy and execute it better.